This conference will now be recorded.
Yeah. So far we have discussed about what is Kafka, what is publisher, what is topic, offset, and how how to create a topic, how to describe the topic, how to list, how to delete, right? So different things about Kafka, different components of the Kafka we have discussed. But we have done the setup and we publish the message and uh, when the subscriber is up and running, so we have seen that the messages also we used to receive, right? Right. So let's talk about something called consumer. Consumer. Can anyone tell me who is the consumer?
The person who accesses the data and analyzes the data.
The person who accessed who. Okay, yeah. Instead of that, let me tell in this way. The consumer is who. Suppose I mean whoever is interested in some type of the data, they will register with they'll register with Kafka and they'll connect to the topic and they'll start read the messages. They'll start read the messages. Reading messages are nothing but whatever the topic they have connected, and in that topic, whatever the data is there, it will read the data. It will read the data. That data will be used. That the data will be processed and all it will be happen. So here, consumer is who actually require the data. He will connect to the Kafka topic or subscribe. We should say it is a subscribe because the Kafka is a pub sub model. So Kafka will not be directly cannot be delivered, right? Kafka cannot be delivered the messages directly. So first it has to connect to the Kafka and it has to subscribe. So then only the messages will be read. Okay. How this consumer will work? This consumer can be anything. It can be in any application. It can be Java application, it can be Spark application, it can be console consumer, what we are seeing, what we have seen. Understand guys? Are you guys following? Consumer can be an application who can subscribe to the Kafka topic and who can actually read the messages. Is this clear? Yes, no? Okay, let me do one thing. Let me share my screen and okay. Let me draw and explain what is a consumer, how it will work and all. Consumer is an application who can subscribe to the Kafka topic and who can actually read the messages. Is my screen is visible to everyone?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Okay. So before we talk about the consumer, do you guys have any questions? Any questions?
No.
Okay. So firstly, consumer who reads the data from the Kafka. How we will read the data from the Kafka? Let me show you. I have a, let's say this is the broker 1. This is broker 2. This is broker 3. I have created a topic. The topic name is first topic. I have created, okay. This is broker 1. Broker 2. So broker 3. I have created first topic. I have created first topic and it is a partition 0. It's a first topic, partition 1. It is a first topic to partition 2. Okay. So as we know that if it is a partition, the partition will have some data in it. Let's say this is my data. This I have a set of messages 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you can say and so on. Okay, this is a partition 1. Let me show you partition 2 also. Let's say in the partition 2 I have a 9 messages. Let's say partition 3 has a some more messages. Ten messages. Okay. Now, when I launch a consumer, I can launch multiple consumer. We'll talk about the multiple consumer later. Let's assume that first I have a single consumer. Let's say I have a single consumer. The single consumer, he will connect to this. He will connect to this partitions in this topic. Then he'll start read the messages. He'll start read the messages. So as I said, the consumer can be any application who can connect to the Kafka, and who can subscribe to the Kafka, and who can read the messages from the Kafka. Okay. So this consumer knows that as soon as you define the Kafka topic name, it knows that which are the brokers it has to connect, because it knows that. So when you know the Kafka topic name, so the topic name is topic name is there in the broker 1, broker 2, broker 3. Your consumer knows that which brokers to connect and from which brokers it has to read the data. Understand? In case of even in one of the broker is failed, since it has a replication factor for the topic, and that information also will be known by the consumer to connect which other broker has to be connected and has to be read the data from there. Okay, so your consumer will connect to the respective partitions and will start read the data from each partition. Any questions so far? Any questions so far?
No, Ravi.
Okay, now this is one consumer. If I have a multiple consumers, then in this case what will happen? Let me do one thing. In this case what will happen? If you have multiple consumers, here let's say I have two consumers. These two will be connected to one consumer. These two first two partitions. Another will be connected to another partition. If you have a three consumers, so this will connect like this. This will connect to the partition one. The next consumer, okay, let me write it. Consumer one, consumer two, consumer three. So one consumer will connect to one respective partition, and they start read the messages. Is this clear? If you have a multiple consumers, having a multiple consumers and connecting the same topic, we will call it as a consumer group. We'll call it as a consumer group. They all belong to single group in that you have why do we need a multiple consumers? If it is a single consumer, it has to connect all the topics and has to read the data from all the topics. So actually no load balancing, only one consumer is working on all the partitions. So if you have a multiple consumers, load balancing. If you have a multiple consumers, the load balancing can be happen. Okay, if you have an equal number of how many partitions are there, equal number of consumers are there, they will connect to one consumer with the one topic and they start read the messages. If you have a more consumers than your partitions, what will happen? If I have a more consumers than number of partitions in a single group, what will happen? Any guesses?
Over subscription.
Suppose, let's say I have two more consumers here. I have two more consumers here. What will happen when I have multiple consumers in the group? More than your number of partitions, some consumers will be inactive. Is this clear? Is this clear? Multiple consumer groups can connect to same topic. Multiple consumer groups, I'm not talking about a single group, I'm talking about multiple groups. Multiple consumer groups can connect to a single topic and they can start read the messages. Okay. Okay. So who will assign one partition to one consumer? Who will assign that? That will be taken care by grouping your consumer coordinator. Your consumer coordinator, and you can call it as a group coordinator also. Are you guys making a note of this? This is quite important, guys. So please try to make a note.
Ravi, can you repeat this?
If you have a multiple consumers, all consumers belong to a single group, and there is something called consumer group coordinator or group coordinator who will actually assign partition 1 to consumer 1, partition 2 to another consumer, partition 3 to another consumer. If you have a more consumers in the group than your partitions, if you have a more consumers in the group than your partitions, so some of the consumers will be inactive. Okay, suppose here is as shown in this diagram. So first two consumers are inactive, next two consumers are actually connected and they are actually started reading the data. Is it clear, Rishabh?
Yeah, yeah. So,
Okay.
consumer group coordinator will be a machine within the group, right?
No, it is like your zookeeper. It's a service in the background,
Oh, it's a
one
service.
of the service. Now, so as we discussed, every message will have an unique identification number. What is that unique identification number? We will call it as an offset. Your Kafka will store this offsets information which are the consumer groups has been reading. It means I have a consumer group 1, it started processing the message. Let's say in the consumer, this is a consumer group 1. I'll consider it's a consumer group 1. This consumer group 1, in the consumer group 1 has been processed till 9th message in the partition 1. 9th message till 9th message in the partition. In the partition 2, let's assume that this is 7th. In partition 3, let's assume that it is 6. This will call committed offset. This will call committed offset because the messages has been processed till this point. Committed offset. Till this point, the messages has been processed. In case of your consumers are down or your consumer group are down, and when it up, it knows that till what message it has been processed. Till what message it has been processed and from which message I need to read. Till what message it has been processed, from which message I need to process. In case of within the group any one of the consumer is down, the other consumer will start read the messages from the multiple partitions. Every consumer is responsible for, after processing the message successfully, they have to commit the offsets. Committing is nothing but making a note till what message I have processed. Why should I make a note? Because when I restarted, or when it failed, when it re up, when it's up, it should know till what message I have processed. If it doesn't have that information, what will happen? Again, it will process from the beginning. So when it process from the beginning again, it's a duplicate process. So when it duplicate process, your end results are, there is a possibility will get there is a possibility may get end up with the wrong results. In case of any failure happen, you should be able to read till what message it has processed successfully earlier run, and this run it will be knowing from where it has to read. It knows that from where it has to read. It's clear? Yes, no?
Yes.
Yeah. Let's see an example. Let's see an example. So theory is actually boring. So let's see an example. One second.
Ravi, in case of one consumer going down, the messages won't go to another consumer, or it will wait for
No,
the consumer to come up.
no. There is something. No, there is something called within the group. If you have a multiple, within the group, if you have a multiple, there is something called rebalancing will happen. After rebalancing, so let's say consumer 1 is down, so consumer 2 or 3 will be processed 2 partitions.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so okay, let's see this hands up. So this is my zookeeper. You can see here's the command line jkserver.cmd, so which is my zookeeper is running here. And here you can see that the server.properties. So when you say server.properties, it means that your Kafka server is up and running. Okay, so I'm going to minimize this. I'm going to minimize this because I'm not interested on those two as of now. So I need another my publisher and consumer. You can see here the message Kafka console producer. You can see here Kafka console consumer. Okay, let me publish a message. It looks it is saying some failure happened. Let's see. Let me publish. Yeah, look at here. I'm getting the messages. Okay, let me do. You can see that your console consumer is getting the messages. We have seen this earlier, correct? We have seen this earlier. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. So let's do one thing. Let's do one thing. I will publish some messages here. Okay. First, before the publishing the messages, I will just stop my consumer and I'll restart. So let's see what will happen here. Okay. Stop is nothing but you're just control C. You're breaking your this one. Okay. Clear the screen. Since I have a, okay, I can launch one more consumer, but I'll show you that launching one more consumer. I'll show you that later. First, try to understand with the one consumer. So how the messages are publishing and how the messages are reading. Okay, let's do this one. Okay, so now let's publish some messages here. Hey, hello, hi, how are you? And hey, it's Kafka demo message 1, message 2. Okay, now I will launch my Kafka consumer here, which is console consumer. Console consumer is nothing but another application, guys, which will read the messages from the console, nothing else. Instead of this, you can have your own Java application, or you can have your own Spark application who can connect and read. So if you see this, it is not going to read any messages. If you see this, it's not going to read any messages. Suppose if I publish the message here now, if I publish message here, message 3, then you will get here. Message 4, then you will get a message here. So as we discussed the earlier session also, you will be able to receive the messages after console consumer is started, and whatever the messages you have published, it will get read. Suppose if I want to read from the beginning, what is that option? Break it. Again, Control C. Clear. Here, hyphen from beginning. Hyphen from beginning. From hyphen beginning. From beginning. Now, as soon as I press enter, please observe it will start read the messages from the beginning. Start read the message from the beginning. No, this is also one of the message. The Kafka console command. This is also one of the message. And hey, hello, second message. Look at here. These are the messages here. These are the messages. This messages has been read. Okay. These messages are already processed, right? This is what it is. It is processed. I'm going to break it. Try to remember this. I'm going to break it again. So when I say Control C, it's saying total 10 messages has been processed, right? Again, I'm breaking it. I'm clearing the screen. Again, I'm launching my console consumer. Again, I'm launching my console consumer. Again, you start processing the messages. Correct? Again, it's able to process the messages. Even though you processed that earlier with a single, I'm talking about with a single consumer. Even though it's processed earlier, whenever I start multiple times, it start processing the messages those many times. Okay, let me show you one more time. I'm breaking it. Look at here. I'm sending a message 5. I'm sending message 6. Okay, 6 messages I have sent, and earlier there are a few messages. Oh, 1 second. I have to change the cursor to console. Okay, now here I'm entering into consumer with by using from beginning. So I got all the messages here. Okay, now look at here. I'm going to publish one more message in the publisher. Message 8. When I press enter, you'll get the message 8 here. Why it didn't come? Why it's not coming? The cursor was not placed here. That was the reason. The cursor was not placed here. That was the reason. Okay. Now this is with a single consumer. Okay. If I have a multiple consumers, how it will work? You guys understand? With respect to single consumer from beginning, without from beginning, you understand the difference?
Yes.
Okay. So whenever you start your consumer without using hyphen from beginning, it will not process any messages. When you publish the messages, it will take those many after consumer start, it will take the messages. Okay. Okay. Let's look at here. I'm going to start a group. I need to break this one. Let me break it again. Start. Clear the screen. I'm going to start my consumer. So let me remove this one. Your Kafka console consumer hyphen your bootstrap server, and your topic, and there is some option called group. Group. So I'll say my group one or my group one. This is my group one. So I'm going to create one group. Okay, I'm going to create one group. Just press enter. Okay, something is missing. Group is not recognized option. Why? Why it is not recognized? Actually, it's a version to version. Some changes. Okay, let me make it bigger. Let's see. Console consumer, your bootstrap server, your topic, and your group. Group is not a recognized option. What is this? Create a group like this only, no? What is the problem? Why it is not recognizing? Why it is not working? Zookeeper, whitelist, topic, timescape, property, offset, new, key, deserialize from beginning, formatter, enable, delete. Why the group is not listing out here? Offset, partition, property. Remove this. Plus hyphen. So a group. Test one. Why? 1 second, guys. Let me check. Group is not recognized option.
We use single hyphen.
No, it should work with this.
It is showing single hyphen, not double. I mean, it
You
is
see
not
anywhere
here.
here? Here it is not there, no? In these properties,
Hmm.
you see?
No, no.
Delete, enable, format. Let me do with a single hyphen. No,
No.
its hyphen group is deprecated from Kafka consumer.
Pick and the first. Higher versions they would have deprecated. I don't know.
Hyphen consumer dot config option. It takes the path to the consumer properties file and it worked for me. So is this deprecated? So you guys have tried it. Is it your version also? It worked, guys. My version worked. That's the reason. I don't know why. Can someone try it from you guys version?
I have tried, sir. It is saying same.
It looks working. That option. Let me go with the publisher. Access 10, access 11. I'm getting okay. So let me start one more consumer. Let me minimize the screen. So this guy, I'll keep it here. I'll start one more guy. Okay. So I have Kafka, consumer, then hyphen bootstrap, hyphen server, localhost 9092, topic, test. Then again, I need to take the same,
Group ID.
same group ID. So let me, I already have copied. Let me paste it this way. Okay. Can someone keep mute? I think I'm getting some disturbance. So some buzz sound is coming. Thank you. Now I have started two consumers. Okay, look at here. Look at here. After starting two consumers, message. Oh, what happened? This is failed. Removing server logs from the Bootstrap server, DNS resolution. Error when running the consumer. Failed to construct a Kafka consumer. Why? Let's see. Message 12 came. Message 13. You guys observe. Okay, both are only this one is getting, this one is not getting. Message 15. What happened? Why only one group, one consumer is getting? It should come in the both the consumers. Website server, localhost, topic, consumer property, group ID 1. This is also group ID 1. What's happening? So only is getting this one. This consumer is not getting any message. I don't know, there is some error. Actually, that message has to be distributed. Okay, I know. Can anyone guess why? Can anyone guess why? I understand.
Because it is subscribing to one partition.
No, the topic which I have created, single topic, single partition with a single replication, single partition. That was the reason. Let me create another partition, another topic. Let's say this time I'll say the topic name is my topic. I'll specify my partitions are 3. My replication factor, let it be 1. Okay, so let's copy this one. Okay, Rust Kafka / Windows. My topic is created. Okay, let it be this one also. So this is up, this one, this one, this one. Go here because I need to start with a new topic now. I have to start with a new topic. So let's go with the new topic. Here my topic name is my topic. And let's start my consumers. Let me start my consumers. Here I need to specify the topic name is my topic. My topic. Even this one also. Let me do my topic here. Okay. So now let me send the messages here from the partition. Message 1, message 2. Look at here where the messages are coming. Message 3, message 4, message 5. If you observe closely, 1 came here, 2 came here, 3 came here, 4 also came here, because it means this topic is connected to two partitions and this topic is connected to one partition. So the left hand side, whatever the topic I have, consumer I have, this is connected to two partitions. On the right hand side, whatever the consumer I have, it's connected to one. So let me show you. That's the reason two messages coming here, one message is going there. So let's say if I start one more consumer, I have started one more consumer. Have a look here. Let me make it small window. Okay, try to look at the all of them a little closer. Now look at here. So this time, instead of saying message, I'll say event 1, event 2, event 3, event 4, event 5. Look at this, how it is distributing. So first event come here, second event came here, third event went here. So if you guys observe closely, they're actually distributing equally. Let's say I will say this time M1, M2, M3, M4, M5, M4 again, M5, M6, M7, M8. If you see this one, they are actually even it is distributing. See, message 1 came here, M1, M1, M2. It's a round robin fashion. M2, M3. This is M3. It is okay. M3. You guys observe here, the messages actually is round robin fashion. It is moving. It's a round robin fashion. It is moving. You guys observe this. Since you have a multiple consumers, as I shown in the diagram, since you have a multiple consumers, they're actually connected to one partition, one consumer. One partition is one consumer, and they start reading the messages. Any doubt? Any doubt?
So, like from M1 to M8, like the sequence will be maintaining by the offset, and this message in the receiver side, it will be receiving as in like the in the same sequence where it has been published.
See, whenever you're publishing the messages, you remember if you have a multiple partitions, it will be round robin fashion, right? First message will go to first topic, second message will go to second topic, second partition, third message will go to third partition. Do you guys remember that? Earlier I have explained you, if you have a topic with the 3 partitions, so when you publish the first message, it will go to the first topic, first partition. Second message will go to second partition. Third message will go to third partition. If you are not sending any key in your, you are not sending any key in your code or your message, it will go round robin fashion. You remember?
Yeah.
So let's say I publish a message here. I am a producer. So first message will go to first partition 0. Second message will go to partition 1. Third message will go to partition 3. Again, next message will go to M1, M2, M3. Again, M4, M5, M6. Again, M7, M8, M9. So how it is going? It's a round robin fashion.
Yeah.
So whenever sending the messages, it means you got the M1 here, you got the M1, you got the M2 here, you got the M3 here, you got M4 here, you got M5 here, you got M6 here. Similarly, M7, M8, M9. It means the messages are evenly distributing, correct?
Oh,
Properly distributing. then the same order only, they're actually getting processed. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Same order only the consumer is consuming the data. Okay.
Okay. Got it.
Any doubt?
What will happen if we have more number of replications? Is there any change in receiving the?
No, there won't be any change in the replication is only for the fault tolerant.
Oh, okay.
Replication is for the fault tolerant. In case of any fault is happened, and if it has to recover from other fault, so it will identify another machine and start reading a message from there. Correct?
Yes.
Okay, so we have seen these different consumers, right? We have seen the different consumer. You have something called consumer group. Let me start that. I'll complete with this and we'll move to the next session. Okay, we have something called consumer groups. So Kafka hyphen consumer groups space hyphen bootstrap server. You can say localhost colon 9092 hyphen list to list out that how many groups are there. So as of now we have created only one group, but if you see here it is showing multiple groups. Where is our group? Where is our group? Our group ID is 1, right? This is our group. Our group ID is 1, right? This is our group. What about others? How others has been created? So when you create a consumer without a group, by default one group will be created. Without a group, by default one group will be created. Okay. So if you describe the group, I'm going to describe the group 1. Okay. So let me make it as a bigger screen because description will be bigger. So I'm going to describe this group. Okay. Look at here. Instead of list, describe and hyphen. I don't know whether it will work with a hyphen group. Let's see. Group 1. Our group is 1. Okay. Or let's say I will throw, yeah, it is describing. It's good. Somehow it's describing. Let me maximize the screen. Let me make it try to fit into single. Let me maximize this. Clear the screen. Let me use this window. Yeah. Somehow it is. If you look at here, guys, let me put it in the text editor for the clarity, because it's actually what I can say. This is topic, okay? Topic, partition,
You can put it into the Excel sheet where and use
one
text
second.
to columns.
I can reduce the text and let me do it. Still Okay, let me put it here only. Current offset, committed offset.
Try with Excel. It will work.
Yeah. No, it's actually getting late for other sessions.
Yeah, yeah.
Let me open this.
Yeah, didn't. Should, tap is working. Yeah, it is working. Yeah.
Look at here. Okay. So this last one has the only the last one also is subscribed to the same group. That's the reason last topic also came, but we are actually interested on this part, right? Okay. If you look at this part, I think it's visible to everyone. Look at this. Okay, my topic, partition 0, current offset is 7. Current offset means how many messages has been published and what will be the next message. If I submit next message, it will be 8. It will be 8 for the for this partition. For this partition. For this partition, it will be 7. For this partition, it will be 7. Okay, and log end offset. How many messages has been processed successfully? 7 messages. All messages in this partition has been processed. 6, all the messages in this part, it has been processed. All the messages in the partition is processed. It means lag is 0. There is no lag. There is no lag. It means all the messages has been successfully processed. Okay, and what are the consumers? The consumer 1, consumer 2, consumer 3. So we have 3 consumers, right? In this group we have 3 consumers as alive and are running, are connected. These are the 3. Okay, let me show you the lag, how the lag will be how the lag will come. Okay, so let me stop the consumers. Let me stop the consumers and let's publish the message and do the description of the topic. Okay, okay, instead of this, I need to minimize this one. If I minimize this, let me minimize this. I'll minimize this. Yeah, I'm going to close all the consumers. Similarly, this consumer also. You can see that how many messages has been processed by one consumer. Okay, now I'm going to publish some messages here. I'll say R1, R2, R2, R3, R4, R5, R6, R7, R8, R9, R10, R11. Okay, few messages I have published here. Few messages I have published. Then I'll start my consumer now. I'm going to start my consumer. First one. Oh, so this is, it brought all the messages. it took all the messages. Looks this one. I don't think it will show the difference. It will also shows lag 0. It will also show lag 0. Lag 0 only because all the message has been processed by single this one. If you observe one thing, when I start the single consumer, after starting the single consumer, what are the messages you publish? Those only get processed. Correct? In earlier example, after starting the consumer, whatever the messages I published, only those messages has been processed. Correct? But in the consumer group, even though you don't process your publish the messages. I mean, before starting your consumer group, what are the messages published? After starting one consumer from that group is able to read all the messages. I'll show you how to find the lag. So we can actually see the lag. Lag means how many messages has been processed from how many messages has to be next to process. So that's the lag. Current offset, committed offset, what are the messages has to be processed. Okay, so this I'll show in the next session. Now it's actually late for other. So if you guys have any questions, please ask me. Else we can leave for the day. We will connect in the next session. Any questions? Okay, if no questions. That's it for now. Let's disconnect and reconnect back for the Hive session.
Thanks, Ravi.
Yeah. So